if you guys are one of my subscribers, you'd probably seen that in my last video I blew the head gasket on my 240SX, which is fine, at least I didn't blow a tranny, right? I'm making this video for entertainment purposes. If you decide to take apart your engine, I'd highly recommend just downloading the full service manual and just following the directions like provided to you by the manufacturer. Or don't, I don't care. Ideally, we'd want to take this head to the machine shop if the warpage is over like 4 thousandths of an inch or 0.1 millimeters. But unfortunately for me, I don't want to wait a few weeks for my local machine shop, so let's just hope that this 31-year-old overheated cylinder head isn't too warped. I know you guys need to click on this video to see my face, so let's just get started. You don't really have to take these spark plugs out, but I'm just doing it because it'll be a lot easier to like turn the motor over by hand. You'll see right there that I actually skipped one of these spark plugs in the third spark plug well. That one's actually stripped, so we'll just forget that we've seen that. I'll take care of that later. Wow, my impact died. How great. Man, that's what I was talking beforehand. What am I? Sure to not reuse these. New ones. Look how stripped the head is on that thing. That's the compression stroke. You'll also be able to tell that you're at top dead center because the first cam lobes will actually be pointing outwards opposite one another. Alright, so if we look right here, I noticed this when I first took the timing cover up, the upper half. These bolts right here, they have a little bit of wear on them, on both of them. Also, this guide looks brand new, and there's no upper timing or side or upper guide or side guide. So I believe this is aftermarket, and also, if I'm not mistaken, the factory one has like holes cut out right here. So whoever did this did the timing on it already, which is fine. I mean, it's not a brand new engine or nothing. Intake, exhaust. So I like to just keep things in my hands. So apparently these camshafts are like prone to cracking, so we have to remove these cam caps off in small increments and they're also labeled like I1 through 8 and E1 through 8 with an arrow pointing to the front. So just make sure you don't get them mislabeled. I don't know if that's on every single engine, but I know on this engine in particular they're labeled. The factory sprocket, like I said earlier, has a bunch of holes all through here. So my original plan was to go ahead and put zip ties like right here and just let it dangle, but because there's the aftermarket one, I can't put the zip ties, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then if it falls out of timing, which it might be already because you see like this dot is not lined up with here, then I'll have to take off the lower timing cover because I don't want to. Oh my God, rest in peace back. We set this first cylinder to top dead center, and I've noticed that this piston head, the piston is not flush with the top of the block, so I feel like whoever set the timing might have been like off a tooth, or we have some bent rods. Let's just hope that it's off a tooth. We're gonna go ahead and just take off this lower timing cover, so yeah, that's gonna suck. Alright, so right here is about the time when the regret started to sink in. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy working on cars and stuff, but what I really dislike the most is like this snowballing effect. You see, in order for me to verify the timing on this car is correct and to be 100% sure, I'd have to take off the lower timing cover. In order to take off the lower timing cover, I have to take off the oil pan. In order to take off the oil pan, I have to take off the oil pickup tube. In order to take off the oil pickup tube, I have to raise the transmission, raise up the engine through the transmission, and then unbolt the sway bars. So you can see how it kind of just starts funneling and just adds like an extra hour to your to-do list. And there's one bolt right here in particular that is going to make this whole job take 2 times longer than it really should be. It's that guy. So when you come across him, let him know. I said, fortunately, there's two 12mm holding that oil pickup tube down there, so this pan is not going to slide out unless them two 12s come off. And if you have a ratcheting wrench, it's going to be too thick, it's not going to fit there, so we're just going to manually do it. My tripod's not small enough to reach down here, so I'll have to just get back with you. This is the oil pan. I had to clean it out. If you have a blown head gasket, you're going to have that forbidden milkshake of coolant and engine oil mixed together, so I took it off, cleaned it. I still got to finish taking this off with a wire wheel, but for the most part it is clean. Alright, so here we go. Everything's laid out. Valve cover, upper timing cover, lower timing cover. The oil pump is right here. The water pump is right there. I'm going to change that out. I just haven't got that one bolt right there out because it's stripped. This is the pickup tube. I have all my cam caps. Upper timing chain is in there. I'm letting it soak in some WD-40. Exhaust and intake cam. Be careful with these. I had them in here. Like a genius that I am, I actually mislabeled the buckets. So I put exhaust 1 on the intake and intake 1 on the exhaust. So don't be like me.